Morning, welcome back to another video, and today is another day of the PDSA fundraiser. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today we're going to be going over what we've actually done in regards to inscription, along with that going over the gold for the day and what we plan on doing going forward. So without further ado, let's get into the gold for the day and then we'll go through the rundown. So the gold for the day is a healthy 117,436 gold. I'm very happy with that, if you do say so myself. The things of note for today are definitely Vial of the Sands, one of those for 46,915 gold. We also sold Glyph of Cracked Ice, 1,886 gold. That's pretty good. The Divine Potions of Divine Awakening, 51 of those for 2,762 gold. They haven't been selling for overly that much. They just like completely bombed in price last night. I don't know why. But really not overly too concerned with all of that. The Vial of the Sands, once again, we sold another one of those for 47,389 gold. That's pretty good. And then we sold Potion of Deathly Fixation, 61 of those for 13,224 gold. And we also sold 11 Arcanite Bars for 4,683 gold, bringing our total into 117,436 gold. So pretty damn happy with all of that right there. We're back up and over 2 million gold, so we're at 2,028,605 gold. So that's pretty damn good. We can see that we're just jumping up, not our highest amount we've been at, but for obvious reasons, I'm still pretty damn happy with all of that right there. So can't actually complain with that jumping forward. So aside from all of that, let's just jump into the month's things. Our total average profit per day is around about 44,000 gold, so I'm pretty happy. Obviously we're reinvesting every single day, so that just makes sense. We have, for today, we have more sealed Terms of Lost Legion. I'm really damn happy with that because we just, yeah, the more we have, the more gold we're going to get in the long term. Unfortunately, Atlantic Court is being a bit problematic. Usually I average like an extra, we should be at least 3 of these by now, but so we're going to have to revise the way we're actually going to go do this, and if we want to do this, if it's going to be a bit of a pain to actually farm up. Other things of note for us are Sethic Halls, and this is all of my materials towards the Vial of the Sands. Now, this is a bulk load of low-cost mats. I've been buying them out whenever they've been posted really cheap, so then we're actually saving ourselves some gold when it comes towards the crafting cost, and any of our additional procs. So like we've got a true gold here because that procced and gave us an extra 1. We also have Deepstone Oil, which we got our procs from, as well as Flask of Titanic Strength. Flask of Winds was actually cheaper to buy off of the auction house than craft, even with the proc. So I was like, yeah, might as well just do that. But aside from all of that, that's doing pretty well. Obviously the rest of my guild bank tabs are pretty damn null at the moment. They're pretty much empty. So let's jump over to Zathrash and have a look at his inscription for the day. So basically we didn't actually jump in and get a load of these different types of materials for all of our glyphs just yet, and I wanted to do them all in one bulk load, and that is because I had to source my sallow pigments in a certain specific way. So if we actually go into our inscription TSM, we can see that we can craft a hell of a lot of them as of now. But if we go into actually gathering and go like that, I still need 1,125 sallow pigments and 505 roseate pigments. Now, it says buy a load of your cerulean seeds from the auction house, but here's the thing. They actually went up in the values for this, so I had to be a bit more tricky with all that stuff. So we see that Dreamleaf is now at 15 gold, and I know I get roughly around about 100 roseate pigment per stack of 200 Dreamleaf. Thank you, WorthIt, which I can do now as I was waiting for it to restock because I literally bought out all of it when it came to all of that. So now we can grab that and go onto Corthana. basically, we didn't do the glyphs yesterday because I had bought out the supply for mass milling our roseate pigments, as it was cheaper to do so. It was cheaper to actually source my roseate pigments from mass milling, the Dreamleaf, in order to actually get that amount back. And that is something I tend to do when it comes to inscription, is just mass milling like Dreamleaf and all that stuff, because the majority of your glyphs that you are going to be selling are Legion based, so it just makes sense that I do it like that. And yeah, it works pretty well in the grand scheme of things. So what we'll do here is we will actually buy out all of them up to here, about 16 gold. That's 20k bought, and then I can then send those over to Zathrash right now, and that's a lovely load of it. And don't worry, because we will actually be utilizing these in the future as well, so I'm really not too concerned if I am waiting a good minute, so to speak, do a recraft, because we're obviously going to be restocking and resupplying. That's why I made that video the other day, is literally because of Dreamleaf, is because those types of materials tend to sell really well, is because crafters like myself want those. So it just makes sense that if you can't get into the inscription market, you might as well farm up the materials that the inscriptions characters will actually use, and then you can actually make some gold through that, so you can actually put in the time to farm up and sell on. If not, then don't worry if it doesn't actually float your boat in that sense, and then you can just do this instead and just go into crafting. But overall, 67 Dreamleaf to mass mill, so I'm pretty damn happy with that all there. So we're ready to actually craft up our lovely load of glyphs so we can get back into the glyph market. Obviously, if I see some cheap Dreamleaf on the auction house, I will go and do that. And the same goes with all of my volatiles that I'll be using. So volatile water, fire, air. Those ones are the ones that I primarily go for when I'm trying to source them. I try and get them for a cheap price for my crafting. And you should really take that into consideration as well when it comes towards your alchemy as well. When you're actually sourcing your materials for alchemy, it's best to actually look on the one that you use the most. I usually find that it's marrow root that is used the most, and I like to have a look on the Undermine journal and see when the price actually drops on an average, and then buy all of my herbs on that day. It typically is a Sunday and Monday type of esque thing where everything just drops off, so I don't really need to worry all that much in the grand scheme of things. But overall, we're definitely going to need some more Dreamleaf. I will be actually having to stockpile up, because obviously the TSM is actually factoring in the Shadowlands seeds as well, so I will have to leave those at that. But at the end of the day, not that much to actually, it's not too hard to actually get hold of this much sallow pigment. It's like pretty damn easy in the grand scheme of things, just opening up the nightmare pods to get our extra sallow pigments and roseate pigments. So that means we're going to definitely have to jump towards that, because your Shadowlands seeds are factored in for making sure that we get more sallow pigment as well. So when we actually do get all of that stuff, that's the type of thing that we'll be going for right there. So we do need some more sallow pigment. I may have to do some farming myself on Dreamleaf to get myself started in crafting my glyphs, but after the initial bulk load is done and we do on a daily craft, we won't need that many resources, so then we can not have to buy out the entire auction house when it comes towards like Dreamleaf and that. But aside from all of that, once this is all set up, our glyph market, we should be fine, because I've got a bulk load and a bulk load more in my bank of all of the other inks, which I bought with my roseate pigment when they were super cheap in BFA, so I shouldn't have a problem right there. Aside from all of that, guys, that is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about today. It's been a pretty damn good day. I'm just going to crack on and maybe do some farming, because I finished work early and this is me just coming back. So I'm definitely going to probably do some farming as well. And I do need to do some leveling on my Demon Hunter. So aside from all of that, guys, if you want to support the PDSA fundraiser, the top link for the PDSA fundraiser is just there. And if you feel free to donate, as it goes towards providing veterinary services towards animals who might not actually be able to actually receive those types of things. So aside from all of that, guys, have a lovely rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. If you want to support the channel and help make the channel even better, then why not check out the Patreon? Members get additional info, gold making resources, and Patreon specific content. The link is located in the description down below. Thank you and have an awesome day.